Picture a shield, but not one made of steel or anything like that. This one's built out of something way more powerful: books, knowledge, and confidence. Today, we're diving into this really simple but honestly profound idea: how a regular classroom can be the most effective shield a girl has, a shield that protects her rights, her body, and her entire future. So, this statement you see here from the Kiajer Youth Empowerment Initiative, well, it's not just a hopeful sentiment. It's a mission statement. It's basically a declaration that says, hey, the safety and freedom of every single girl is a non-negotiable right, and it's something we have to actively fight for. And this mission, it's taking on a really difficult, deeply entrenched, and incredibly harmful practice: female genital mutilation, FGM. This isn't just some abstract issue. It's a dangerous tradition that threatens the lives and futures of millions of girls. And that is the challenge we're here to unpack and figure out how to overcome. So how in the world do you fight something that's so deeply rooted in tradition? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. We're about to explore the power of a simple classroom, which you'll see does so much more than just teach reading and writing. All right, here it is. This is the core idea that really changes the whole game. Education isn't just about, sitting there and memorizing facts. No, it's an active form of protection. Seriously, think of it like a shield. This whole concept, education is protection, is all about arming girls with the tools, the knowledge, and the confidence they need to stand up for themselves and build their own lives. So what does this shield actually look like in the real world? Well, when a girl is in school, she learns some pretty incredible things. She learns she has rights, she learns about her own body, and that she has control over it. And this is so important. She learns that she has choices. All of that knowledge becomes the foundation for everything else, for real empowerment, and it lets her start to imagine a future that she can actually build for herself. Okay, so having knowledge is the first step, for sure. But how does that actually turn into real-world power? That's the million-dollar question, right? Well, this next part is going to walk us through that journey, step by step, from the classroom to true self-determination. You see, this journey to finding her voice, it follows a really clear path. Step 1, it starts simply. A girl goes to school and she learns. But then all that knowledge about her rights and her choices, it starts to grow into something bigger: confidence. And once she has that confidence, she finds her voice. And that voice, it gives her the ultimate power. The power to say no to things that would harm her, and yes to the future she wants. I mean, just look at this comparison. It really shows you exactly what's at stake. On one side, you have a girl who's kind of trapped, she's vulnerable, she can't speak up. But on the other side, you have a girl who is informed, who is confident, and who is free to choose her own path. And education, that's the bridge between those two worlds. It's what makes that transformation possible. And really, that's the whole point, isn't it? This isn't just about stopping something bad from happening. It's about creating something incredibly positive. It's about completely transforming a life from one of vulnerability to one just filled with opportunity and freedom. So, now that we understand this powerful link, how education leads to empowerment, it brings us to a really critical point: the call to action. We know what works. The question now is, what are we going to do about it? If there's one thing to take away from all this, let it be these 3 simple words: education is protection. That's it. It is the single most effective tool we have to protect the rights, the health, and the future of every single girl, everywhere. And, this message hits especially hard when we think about the International Day of Zero Tolerance for FGM. That's a day when the whole world is supposed to come together with one clear voice, not just to demand an end to this practice, but to champion the solutions that we know work. So what can we actually do? The call to action is super clear. First, uphold zero tolerance for FGM. No gray areas, no excuses. Second, we have to invest in education and skills. And finally, we've got to think bigger, protect the future of girls in Nigeria, all across Africa, and really beyond. And all of that leaves us with this one last really powerful question. Notice, it's not asking if we should invest anymore. The question is how. It's a challenge for every single one of us to think about what our role is in building that shield of protection for the next generation. So what's our answer going to be?